Welcome back to the Traders Network Show, broadcasting worldwide from Brussels, Belgium. We're here at the EU Parliament covering the 2020 Blockchain for Europe Summit. And my next guest is Gloria Wu. She's here on the Blockchain Asia Initiative. Gloria?
Ontology Foundation.
Ontology Foundation. Gloria, welcome. Yes, thanks for.
Nice
So we were talking a little while ago offline about plugging the gap between Asia innovation and protocols and the EU protocols, and even within the US. Tell me a little bit more about why this event is important to you. I'll hold it.
Okay. So basically, actually, Asia has been seeing a lot of innovation in the mobile technology phase, and that is actually giving a lot of discussions about like what's the role of data, what's the role of big companies, and this tech innovation. What does it mean for everyone and for new startups? And blockchain has been a really interesting topic in terms of like bringing the new innovation in that landscape. But we also see a lot of need in terms of like all kinds of parties to actually play a role to make that happen, especially from the policy side. And we have seen that Europe has been really becoming a thought leader in that phase in terms of how blockchain and policy-wise can actually work out something innovative for the landscape to actually happen. So as an Asian-based protocol, Ontology is also very interested in protecting user data, enabling user data to be used on blockchain to enable more new innovation entrepreneurship. So that's why we're here today, also to be engaged in this conversation and try to bring what is the strengths from our side to be part of this contribution.
How important are public-private partnerships in making that connection happen?
How to say, this whole innovation is actually not only from the commercial side. You need the right audiences, you need the right policies, you also need the right funding, and also the users who actually are aware of how their data could be better protected on a decentralized protocol via such applications. So this interconnected relationship between different parties definitely needs something more working towards a consensus rather than just one party pushing it forward. We have been pushing a lot in the last 2-3 years in Asia, and we can clearly see that this connection between these different parties will be very, very important for the success. And Europe has a very long history in terms of like bringing everybody together, bringing everybody part of this dialogue to actually achieve some consensus. So we see this could be a very good opportunity for us to also help Europe to take a more leadership role in blockchain and have us also as part of that contribution.
Gloria, let me ask you from a standpoint, what is the next step in order to start getting from thought leadership and use case on the private side into creating actual policy? What do you think is left needed?
I think the conversation has been great, but there's a little bit more simplification needed. Because if there's more simplification, then people are more towards achieving certain consensus. We can start moving, right? If we complicate things too much, as it is, a lot of more details to be figured out. But if we don't focus on the bigger picture and the consensus we already have to simplify the action steps, we won't be really moving fast.
You know, I think we're moving in the right direction. I think the whole Bitcoin narrative and the digital asset narrative really made things very complicated because it just too much money was being spread out everywhere too quickly. It was proliferating worldwide, and there was really no substance and stability, I think, behind a lot of that use case that was people were out there seeking funds for it. Now we're seeing the enterprise blockchain. It has a stable footing because you're integrating in with a stable organization. There are real outcomes, real data sets, real KPIs being delivered. Do you think the data enterprise is that simplification mechanism to bring blockchain down to a simplistic level? Big corporations integrating, using block in a very simple way to solve simple problems, which will then lead to more complex structures?
Yeah, I definitely think we should focus more on the use cases. And also, as Ontology Foundation, we've been also working and investing a lot of applications in the past 2-3 years. Many of them are having a lot of difficulties, right? So focusing on how to help them to succeed is really, really important. And also working with the enterprise side to actually look at exact use cases and figure out the policy, the regulation, the commercial barriers that we need to remove, and that's the hope we're.
I love it, Gloria. Listen, I know you're a very busy woman. I've got to get going as well. We have a session starting upstairs. Right. Listen, Gloria Wu, you're listening to the Traders Network show on Equities News. Special thanks out to our network affiliates, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS. We'll be right back after these messages. We get more programming. You don't want to go away. We're right here at the EU Parliament in Brussels, Belgium.